Hello and welcome to Everyone Has a Podcast. I'm Blitzace, the creator and the genius behind this whole idea, and that's Jenko.
I'm also known as him.
I'm that guy.
I'm also known as him.
The guy that is in the gym that sort of like is, oh yeah.
I've been thinking about that all day doing that. I was like, should I do
Really?
it or should I not do it? Yeah, I mean, I was like, just a bit of fun in it. I used to work with a guy, not your brother, but he was called Mark.
Oh, nice.
And he used to do like bodybuilding and stuff like that. And he goes, "Oh, would you just fucking look at these muscles?"
I
And I'm like,
mean,
you're a real cock, and you fair play.
uh, I mean, if you've got muscles, you're gonna flaunt them a little bit, aren't you? That's the whole reason for
Yeah, a
that.
little bit, but he is a dick, you know.
Yeah, well,
He's a dick as well.
that's because he thinks that he can be. That's the main thing behind it. He thinks that he
Well,
can
I'll still
because
give him.
he's...
I'll still give him shit. I don't care if he's got muscles or not.
Do you work with him anymore?
No, not for a long time. Not for a long time.
Wait, so which place was this that you worked with him?
This is my current employment. He was just there when I started.
Oh, so he's gone and all right.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Where did you which was it that you worked at last? What was the last place that you worked at?
The bakery.
Okay. Most of the last jobs that you've had have all been in like not our local area. They've been just outside of our local area.
That's the last two.
Oh.
This is when the bakery. It was in two locations,
Oh.
and the first location was not much of a bakery at all. I won't go into it in details, but
No,
yeah.
no, we don't need to so go into detail.
For legal purposes and
For,
stuff like that.
for legal reasons, I don't want to be sued.
I mean, I don't have a lawyer right now, but
Oh, don't you have a lawyer? Like one of the follows that you had is one of your lawyers.
oh yeah, that's true. But I think it's more business law than like other law. But we'll see.
I mean, you can just
Yeah, I don't know
ask
if
the
it's.
question, can't you? You can sort of see
I
if
can.
he might sort of like branch into it.
Hey,
You never know.
hypothetically, if this happened, would I be in trouble? They'd be like, absolutely. I was like, oh, what's a good job? It's hypothetically, isn't it?
I mean, technically, if you pay a lawyer, obviously to be your lawyer, whatever you tell them, they're not allowed to say to anyone else.
Unless it's like you plan on committing a murder or have committed a murder
What if
or
it's
committed
like...
a serious crime, a class A crime or something like that. I don't know what class A crime is, but
I was about to
I
ask
don't
that
know.
next. I was going to ask, obviously, is like,
We can guess what the big three or four are, but yeah.
well, murder's going to be at the top of that list, isn't it?
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about the others, do we?
No, not really.
No.
However, we'll probably get them wrong because it's probably not what we think it's going to be.
I mean, I'm just a driver, man. I know if you want big words, find a languager.
Have you seen the most recent things in the news about like the roads and how they're trying to change the law for new drivers?
I have not, no.
They're basically
But I
trying
don't
to...
need to. Oh, so maybe I do need to. I don't know.
I was going to sort of say, well, I mean, obviously, eventually, your lad's going to grow up. He's going to be a new driver. You're going
If
to
we
need to
get
know
that
this.
far, I mean,
Holy
who
shit!
knows what's going to happen? I mean, who knows what's going to happen? Like Donald Trump's like, oh, we're making war the best war, and then I'm gonna add a journalist to my top secret war chat on WhatsApp.
Oh my god, what a fucking ridiculous thing that is.
So who knows what's going to happen in the future?
Honestly, it just seems like it's getting weirder and weirder. But
What I really love about his I was gonna say his secretary, but it's not his secretary. It's his vice president. There have been numerous jokes and accusations of him fornicating with a sofa, and he's never denied them. So people just carry on doing stuff, and like there was one he was doing a talk, and then like a screen came down and had a picture of an IKEA sofa on there, and he's never flat out said I've never done that. So people just like, okay, so they just carry on.
I mean, isn't that the same as what happened with what's his name? And everyone sort of said that he
Richard Gere and the Gerbil, yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna say Richard Gere and the
Oh.
Gerbil, but
Oh, okay.
that's another one. I was gonna say who was it? They said fuck the pig.
There was the Prime Minister
That's
in
it,
that
yeah,
TV show.
yeah.
In the TV show. Oh, Dave Cameron as well.
Yeah, David Cameron. Yeah. He's sort of like
Black Mirror, that was the show.
Black Mirror. That was a good show.
Let's come back for a 7th series.
I didn't even know it continued. Jesus.
Yeah, man, there's some good ones. God, there's some good ones. I can't think of any of the names right now. San Junipero, that's a real good one.
I was about to ask you actually, thinking of
Mm.
obviously series that have come back. Have you watched Daredevil yet?
I'm on episode 4 at the minute. I wanted to wait till it was all out so I could binge it, but
You couldn't hold yourself back.
no, I could
Samesies.
not hold myself
I'm
back.
on episode 3 at the moment, so I haven't watched episode 4 yet.
I've only just started episode 4.
Okay, so you haven't watched it all the way through.
No.
So I was watching it the other day, and it got like a lot of mixed reviews when it first came out.
Mm.
A lot of people were like not really sure on obviously how they were taking the characters, this, that, and the other. I'm really liking it. I like the story that they've
I mean,
taken with it. But
I don't want to do spoilers like off it, but like that was a like woof. Wasn't expecting that to start with.
yeah, I mean that was a really good sort of thing to have in there. Because
Mm.
it kind of goes in line with some of the comics, and obviously
Well, in the comics, it was someone else, but
yeah, but that's what I mean. It goes in line with
yeah,
obviously what it was for
yeah,
it, and how we sort of like how we sort of changed it from. But like I quite like that it seems like it has a possibility of going down the whole potential of like Daredevil becoming the new Kingpin. It's got that sort of like that potential
yeah. I
to it.
mean, he did in the comics for a while, didn't he? He
Yeah,
became the new Kingpin.
and I'm
I think he
wondering if
became the head of the Hand for a while as well, if I remember right.
uh yeah.
But he also became mayor of New York. And then people found out, or like were saying he was Daredevil. So he had a T-shirt saying "I'm not Devil" on it. And stuff like that. It's a weird thing as well. Like he has a twin brother.
Yeah. Yeah. Mark Murdoch.
Yeah, really fucking weird. Have you read the Chip? Oh man, hang on. It's the Chip Zdarsky run from like 2018, 2019 of Daredevil. It's
No.
so good. It's so good. It kind of like picks up like near the end of a previous storyline, and then another one starts. But like, it's really good. It's a really, really good run. I think it's Chip Zdarsky. I think it's 2019 onwards. But it's got Elektra in it as well, and she becomes Daredevil for a while.
Oh.
As in like I think it's like to prove a point that she can like just not kill people, but she would prefer to just kill people.
I mean,
Um,
in the was it the second episode where he kind of like he gets into a fight with obviously two corrupt cops, right?
oh yeah, yeah, two crooked cops. Yeah.
Yeah. So I actually thought the way that he got that, I thought that he killed them. The
So
one
did
of them,
I. I thought he did.
I
Yeah.
actually, because I was like that neck is not supposed to bend that way. I'm pretty
And then
sure
when
of
he hit,
that.
yeah, when he hit the deck, and then he
Oh
starts
my
going,
god.
"Rah." I
Yeah,
was like,
well,
oh
I
shit,
I
oh
actually
shit.
thought, all right, so yeah, that
Yeah,
happened.
but it's really good. Like it's not. I don't think it's as there's something missing from the Netflix one from what it is now. I don't know what that is. Maybe it is that Foggy and Karen aren't really in it. I mean, they sort of are, but they're not really. Maybe it's that,
I
but
think I think
maybe that's not
that's
what's missing. There's like replacement characters,
yeah.
but
Well, I almost feel like the reason why they've done it the way that they've done it is because they want to do it so it will link into the MCU in some other way. So they want it to sort of like really link, and obviously they just so they wanted to do more of a story, and the only story that they can really do is obviously doing more stuff with the Kingpin and things like that. But I almost feel like they want to move away from that, but they've got
mm.
no way of doing it without doing something about it all first.
I mean, I was just
Um,
trying to think of like apart from the Hand, which was Daredevil Netflix show, as well as like the Kingpin. I'm trying to think like what long-term villain does he even have?
well, this is the thing because a lot of his villains aren't like big names.
Mm.
So like one of the first villains I think he fights is Stiltman. And it's
Oh God, still man.
it's basically just a guy with like giant stilts. He's
I mean, back in the '60s,
and then like there's other ones as well where like he goes, but like if you think about like one of his biggest villains, it's not, I suppose it's, but I don't know how they sort of like they do it, but you've got Bullseye, who they
Mm.
so obviously Bullseye is one of the bigger ones that you can sort of like have him like match up. It has to be a villain where he can match up to it. And like
Yeah.
there's a few crossovers where he kind of goes into like the Fantastic Four, or he goes into it like Spider-Man. You know, there's a few sort of like things where like he gives help to Spider-Man. And I'm wondering if they might do something with that as well, because that'd be quite cool. I quite enjoy
Yeah,
that.
I mean, he's his lawyer, so
Yeah.
in the film as
Well,
well. Like the last Spider-Man film, he was his lawyer. He's like, I'm a really good lawyer. And he
yeah.
catches the brick as it flies through the window.
However, they obviously with him, he wouldn't remember that he is Spider-Man, but would he still be his lawyer, knowing that because the
Well, he said
oh,
everyone forgot him, didn't he? Strangely, everyone's like, everyone will forget you. And he's like, yep, that's good. So Daredevil's going to forget him. Matt Murdock's going to forget him.
will he forget that he was a lawyer for that kid though?
Yeah, because he's like, no one will remember Peter Parker, which
Yeah,
is why MJ and his mate, I forget his name, but the way they like just look, kind of like just look straight through him
yeah,
at the end of it. But they're like spoilers. It was like 5 fucking years ago. Get over it.
yeah, because obviously they were trying to sort of link in because it was Ned, is it? No, Ned,
Ned,
no, not Ned. Ned, no, oh my God, what's his friend's name in it?
I'm trying to think. I can't think. Maybe it
Because
is
in
Ned.
because in the comics there's a link for him becoming the Hobgoblin who has chaos magic.
Oh,
So like if you go with the comics, then obviously the reason why he sort of says, you know, I would never betray you, in because obviously he says I was betrayed by my best friend. I was betrayed by my best friend, and he's like, oh shit, I'm his best friend, and then the reason why they sort of do that is, and obviously he's got magic and stuff. If you go with like the original Hobgoblin's got like, you know, dark magic, which which would link into it. So it would link into like him becoming
well, the
obviously.
Hobgoblin wasn't he a serial killer?
Yeah, well, this is but
You
this
had the
is
Green Goblin, which was Norman and Harry,
yeah. Well, you had the
and
Green
then you had
Goblin, and you had
the Hobgoblin, which was was someone completely different.
wasn't it Goblin, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, and they were different
No, it was
people.
green
Green
Hob,
grass.
green Hob. Yeah,
uh, green Hob. But yeah, because yeah, so there is like you know, you'll have like links into that, but again, I don't really know what they're doing with Spider-Man now. I don't know if they're gonna do
don't
like
know.
another thing or if they're just doing like because have you seen the new Captain America?
No, no, I didn't watch the Winter Soldier one either.
Just not your thing?
I just don't know. I just like not enjoying like I don't find those two characters that interesting.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm kind of like, I don't really care about these guys. So
If you could
um,
choose to have anyone have a film, then it had to be a superhero film, right? It had to be any superhero you could pick. Who would you have a film now?
wait, are we talking like the MCU or just any superhero?
Any super. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be Marvel. It doesn't have to be DC. It could be any that you like, any that you've liked over the years that you feel like that it would work well in a movie or series.
Possibly Spawn the Dark Ages.
Yes.
Spawn the Dark Ages was a really good comic run.
I think that would do well as a series.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think there's supposed to be a new Spawn film coming out, but I don't
there
know about
has
that.
been for
But
ages. It's sort of like one
but
of those ones where like things keep getting cancelled and this, that, and the other. It's bloody ridiculous.
um, but yeah, I think the Dark Ages Spawn would do really well.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen like Hellboy as like a series. Because
I forgot there was the Hellboy film that came out last
there
year, wasn't
was,
there?
yeah, there was, yeah.
Completely forgot about. Wait, is it out last? Is it out yet? The Crooked Man?
Uh, it it came and gone.
I think. I don't know, man. That's how underwhelming it appeared to me. But hang on,
Hellboy.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Wait, so well, Hellboy 2019 film. Oh,
Oh,
2024. The Crooked Man. There you go. 2024. Yeah, it just kind of. Oh man, that got some bad reviews.
oh, did it? Oh, it actually came out then.
Yeah, it came out and it's just got like really poor reviews from it, which is a shame, really. Um,
Yeah.
but I always felt like it would do really well as a series rather than as a
Mm.
film, because it, obviously he was it seemed to sort of like suit more because they've got like lots of different cases and stuff that they do with
Mm.
Hellboy. So I feel like there's a lot more that they could sort of do with it. But
Well, there's a lot more interesting characters in a lot more of the interesting characters in the comics as well, especially like the BPRD run, because you got like Lobster Johnson and everyone else names just suddenly fucking escape me. But yeah, like a BPRD series, like a limited run, so like 8 to 10 episodes and that's it, no sequel series. That'd be really good. But then a couple of years ago, I rewatched the very first Hellboy film. Not as good as I remember it being. Like it's a lot
uh,
weaker than I remember it being. And then I watched the Golden Army for the first time, and I'm like, I can see what they're trying to do, expand the lore and stuff like that. But I'm like, it just doesn't seem as good as the first one. And I like the first one's not as good as I remember it being. And I've not watched the one with Mila Djokovic in it or anything like. Not Mila Djokovic. Is Angelina Jolie Mila Djokovic?
oh,
It's one of those ones. It's the one where Ron Perlman's not him anymore.
all right,
It's
yeah, that's the
it's Stranger Things guy.
2019 version.
Yeah, I've not watched that one, but everyone says
Yeah.
it's a real shit show. So
Yeah, well, this is the problem, isn't it? Is that you've got lots of different variations. I mean, I quite enjoyed the first Hellboy that came out. It was good, but
so did I, man. So did I. But then, let's say I rewatched it, and I'm like, that was as good as I remember it being.
nah, this the problem with obviously sometimes with these things is, especially when they've got quite a lot of they've got quite a big fan base to them. It is
Yeah.
hard to make it so it actually sort of like it hits well. That's why I think sometimes with some of the films that they bring out, especially when they bring out the ones that are very niche. So like the whole oh god, the Ten Rings, right? Shang-Chi, the
Oh,
ten,
with the
yeah,
Mandarin.
yeah. So like that film, the character wasn't as well known. So the people that would
No.
have like wanted to have seen it would have been like real diehard fans, and that's always the hardest crowd to please. If you just sort of like pick a hero that most people have like heard of but don't know a lot about, those ones they do all right because
Mm.
they've been heard of, so people will go and watch it even if they don't know them. Whereas obviously when you've got like ones that are a bit more niche, it makes it that much more difficult because you've almost got to stick to the lore of it, and obviously that sometimes is quite difficult to do.
I mean, I liked the fact that he wasn't the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. I love that.
I
I thought it
love
was
that.
brilliant. I love it. Words. Oh, I'm just an actor. I'm an actor. Do you want one of the birds?
I loved him.
I thought
I
it was
loved. I
brilliant. I
really
thought it
did.
was, yeah, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was fantastic. And then he turns up in Shang-Chi, like as an actor locked up in that for taking the piss out of the actual Mandarin. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was amazing. And then I like Wong from Doctor Strange, and
Yeah,
he's in Shang-Chi, isn't he, at the very end.
yeah.
And what else is he in? He's in She-Hulk as well.
He's in quite a few things. I actually did wonder because I watched the Captain America film, and I was hoping that
Mm.
he'd be in that because obviously there was like obviously a link to the Abomination. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, because he's been seen with the Abomination a few times because he's like broken him out a couple of times to sort of go into the underground fighting arena and
Yeah,
things like that. And like, yeah, I want a team up
yeah.
film. I want a buddy film with those two.
I think it'd be great. And then what's her name as well? The girl that just arrives there. She makes a deal with like Mephisto, the devil in. I think it's in Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah.
And then like she just turns up where in Kamatage with, and she's like watching TV with Wong. And yeah, they like talk about drinks they've had and what they haven't had and stuff like that. And I was like, it's brilliant. And she's like, yeah, I made a deal, and then like he killed a goat, and then here I am. And I was like, what was the deal you made with Mephisto? Mephiston's in Warhammer. Mephisto. They just
uh,
took an end on the end of it.
I mean, is there are quite a lot of like characters that would do well in like films and series and things like that.
Mm.
But I'm so like I'm not sure if the reason why I struggled when I watched Captain America I struggled when I watched it because I, I just got bored of it partway through. It's an
Mm.
okay film, but I don't know. Maybe I've just like I've gone off of like the superhero films now. I think it's time for something different. You know, it's
I
time.
mean, I'm not a huge fan of the MCU anymore. I mean, I'll watch the Daredevil show because he's my favorite.
Yeah,
But
same.
I mean, watching the movies, I've never been that arsed. I've never been a huge fan of the X-Men films because, quite frankly, I thought they've all been shit. um, I really like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. The first
Yeah,
one more than the second one, but the second
yeah.
one's okay. The MCU, too much. There's too much, man. If you want to watch it from start to finish now, you're totally fucked. Um, you may as well just watch all of Naruto. Same amount of time.
I saw
Um,
a chart the other day, and it was like the biggest anime throughout the years from 2001 to 2024 to 2024, and like it was a continuous battle. It was just like it was just between
Bleach and One
two.
Piece.
No, it was not.
Hmm.
So there were two anime that were always fighting over the top two spots for ages. It wasn't until 2021 that One Piece even came close.
Oh,
So
okay.
there were two anime. What would you think that they are?
Going head to head from 2001.
Yeah, they were. And I was quite surprised at this. And I think it went on views. So I think it was just like people
Hmm.
just repeatedly watching. Don't know where they got their information from, but I was like, oh, this is quite interesting. I didn't expect it to be those two. The one of them I was happy with. The other one I was surprised at, but I was still happy with.
Um, I don't know. I want to say Cowboy Bebop. Put that in there.
That did come in, but it kind of went in and then backed out again.
Right.
Because
Okay.
if I think rightly, Cowboy Bebop is older than that.
Oh yeah, it's from like 1999.
So that would have been like yeah. So Cowboy Bebop.
You know what? I
Uh,
didn't mind the live action adaptation. I'm trying,
I
and I
liked it.
especially tried with that. Well, I'm trying to like just see adaptations as their own thing now. I'm not trying to see them as a straight remake. So I really liked the Cowboy Bebop
Yeah, same.
series. A
I
lot of it. There's a lot I didn't like, but there's a lot I did like.
I was really
Um,
gutted that it didn't get a chance to have like a second season because I felt like it was doing well on its first season, and I felt as a fan of Cowboy Bebop, I was really surprised
mm,
that it didn't get like a chance to sort of do it, and then you've got other things that get like and you're like, why has this got it? What why that?
yeah.
It's quite surprising,
So,
but no,
so these two animes. One's got to be Naruto.
that was one of them. Yes, you are correct.
I don't. Wouldn't be. I don't think it'd be Bleach.
Dun, dun, dun,
Definitely not
dun,
One Piece. He
dun,
said
dun,
that.
dun, dun, dun,
Dragon
dun.
Ball.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
It
I
was
wouldn't
Dragon
have thought it
Ball.
would be Dragon
No,
Ball Z because I thought that would be too early.
I was pleasantly surprised because obviously Dragon Ball would have been like well, but yeah, Dragon Ball was like in and out quite a lot, but like it
Hmm.
became one of the biggest ones, and like One Piece, it took a while for it to sort of build up to it. I think now One Piece has got like more people interested in like anime than like most others. It's become so
Hmm.
big and it's had such a huge impact. But like One Piece wasn't as big as what like Bleach or Naruto was, but
Hmm.
Dragon Ball is like holding on every step of the way. I'm quite surprised at it.
I mean, didn't that come out in like the very early 1990s? Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yes, because Dragon Ball were the manga was released in 1986.
Hmm.
The anime started in 1990s,
Yeah, something like that.
and then Z was like 1996, 1998 ish.
I mean, it was on TV when I was in year 7, so we'd run home from school to watch it.
Yeah, and we watch it starting because I don't I think it was just like randomly I just came onto it and I watched like the second episode of the Saiyan saga where
I
obviously
think I
where
did the same. Yeah,
yeah
same.
it was just it's just where it sort of like kicked off, um, and it was just like I fell in love with it straight away and I was the hype that you got from that starting music. unreal. You just got so much hype. It just and it took me years to realize that the footage was from one of the films.
Is it?
Yeah, the footage from the background, pretty much most of
God.
it was from the films.
Oh, fair enough.
I thought it was just like, oh, maybe they just made this up. It's like, no, it's actually like this is part of one of the films. It's like, okay, fair enough. I like it. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Aye.
Because I think you had bought Dragon Ball one of the games. I think it was Dragon Ball GT, the game, and it was long before the GT had come over to the UK. So we were like,
shit, yeah.
so we were like, who the fuck are these characters?
Because he was like blue-haired Saiyan on the cover, wasn't he? I think
It wouldn't have been blue hair. It would have been red.
It was.
It would have been red or black, because blue hair was obviously for like saying God, which is what you got like.
It was where he had like his red eyes, so in black hair.
Yeah, so
it's brown hair. Yeah,
it was black hair.
that was it. Yeah,
with obviously it was, and we looked at it and was like, sorry, this is weird, because obviously
sorry, who is this?
We didn't realize that obviously that they had released like loads more over in Japan, and obviously we just hadn't had them yet.
What was that Naruto fighting game we used to play on the GameCube?
Clash of Ninja 4.
So what?
Naruto Clash of Ninja 4. It was I loved that game. I absolutely loved it. It's a brilliant game. Again, we had the Japanese one, not the English one, because
there was extra characters, wasn't there?
There was extra characters on it, and there were extra like missions. But the problem was, couldn't read the fucking missions because it was all in Japanese.
Yeah, I remember. Who was I when I played it? Who was I? Was like Rock Lee or Guy?
Yeah, you would have been one of those too, because Guy's like special move is sometimes where he hugs them and breaks their back.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. I know that.
Yeah, because
but then Chris was like insane at it.
Chris
he's insane at beat 'em ups.
He loves.
Like, he's unbeatable.
He completes the tutorials every single time, and it's like, how do you have the time to do this? I think I got caught in a 50 hit combo when we were on. Might have been like either Dead or Alive, or it could have been Street Fighter. One of those two. I just got caught in a combo, and I was like, I might as well put the controller down.
May as well, yeah.
I was just like, watch and see what happens. Just like, that's nice. That's pretty cool. How's your day been?
I remember I beat him in one round, and I got him down to like red health on one. I can't remember what it was. Can't remember what fighting game it was. Got him down to red health, and the second one he's like, right. And I was like, it was a real anime move where he's like, right. Pushed his glasses up like, shing.
Shit's about to go down.
Yeah, like, it zooms into the mouth. It's like, my turn. And then he absolutely whipped me for like 4 rounds, and it was just like insane.
And at that point, you just kind of go, do you know what? I'm all right now. Bye bye.
Like, why am I even trying? I mean, I'm trying for fun, but it's like, woof, I know I can't beat you, like, at all. So,
but yeah. It's I used to love Bloody Roar. Bloody Roar was a brilliant game.
Is that the one where you transformed into an animal?
It was, yeah. Because you had, I think, the two main characters was like a bunny and a wolf. They were the two main ones. And then obviously they brought it back out years later. But I don't know, it just wasn't quite the same. I don't know. Sometimes
was that one on the Xbox we had? Was it?
It would have been
Teng something? Taifeng?
Oh.
Where you had 3 rounds, and every time you like lost a round, your character would get more beat up.
And you could see them even more beaten up and everything.
Yeah. It's Taifeng, Way of the Fist.
Something like that.
Or Way of the Lotus.
There was a game on the... Oh, God. It was on PlayStation. And it was where you fought with swords, and you could you could set the arena to like a bamboo forest, and you could literally cut through the bamboo. And it was the first time I'd ever sort of seen where you could interact with stuff around you. I can't remember for the life of me what it's called. We rented it out, and it was a really good game. Oh God, it was my... Oh God. Samurai game PS1. What was it called? Ooh, it could have been Bushido Blade.
I don't
Uh,
remember this. I don't remember this
One
at
on
all.
one combat. Yeah, that's the one. Bushido Blade. Because you could actually interact with some of the like some of the stuff around you. I loved it. It was a great game.
Bushido Blade. Bushido Blade.
Bushido Blade.
I recognize the cover, but I don't think I ever played this. And then
Yeah.
looking at the.
Oh,
No, I don't think I did play this.
Yeah, it came out. Oh, God, it came out ages and ages ago. But like,
I
it was.
remember we used to play. Oh, go on, sorry.
I was just gonna sort of say it was a brilliant game, but I think it was like early doors sort of PlayStation, and it did get a sequel to it. Um, but like it was, you could sort of change your stances, and obviously you kind of went through the looking back at the graphics now, it looks fucking weird, but yeah, it was really good though. I really enjoyed that. Um,
Yeah.
uh, what was another game? Because obviously we spent a lot of time on like Time Splitters. Time Splitters was great.
Yeah, we did a lot of zombie mode on that.
Yeah.
Which is when you think about it, it's kind of like trend setting that was, wasn't it? Zombie mode on Time Splitters.
Oh yeah.
We used to play a lot on Halo multiplayers on lands.
Yeah.
Some good weekends doing that.
Screen Watcher. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna keep running. Right. Oh, someone's putting. I'm just gonna start jumping for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Yeah, it's not because I put a sniper crosshair on your head. Nah, nothing to do with that. I'm just gonna start jumping for no reason. Sure. Sure, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
It's
Dickhead.
because was it you that found like if you just got like either the ghost or the banshee and you went to a certain point you could almost go off the map.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. We figured out there was an outcropping on the side wall that if you drove the ghost up a certain way, or you flew the banshee up to it, you could get into it, and you were pretty well covered. But if you kept the banshee or the ghost up there behind you, it completely covered from the back. But if they blew that up, you were out. But then behind one of the bases, right up on the cliff face, you could get up there. You could sort of like hide a little bit, maybe, but not a lot. But once you were up there, you were stuck up there, really. And unless you had like a sniper rifle, there was no point in going up there. But I had the best like shot I ever made in a video game on that. I killed you while you were driving off in a ghost across the map.
You got
Just,
really good at that.
I'll never make that shot again in my life. Just never happened. It's like,
It,
oof, that was my hurt locker moment.
I think
American sniper, not hurt locker.
I was never very good with the sniper rifle on it. I don't think I got much better with any sniper rifle on any game. When it comes to snipering, I'm just I don't know. I just don't like it. It seems too just tunnel visioned, and on you just got that. But it's
Well, that's
just
the point of it, though, isn't it? But
yeah, I know. But I liked sort of like being able to know the surround. So I like getting up close and personal with the shotgun or the sword or something like that. I like using those. They were much better for it. I suppose that's
yeah,
probably one of the reasons why I'm not keen on playing some of the like Call of Duty Modern Warfare and things like that because it's a lot of sniping in those.
it can be, especially on Warzone if you're at distance, and then sort of on Fortnite as well. But the gun on Fortnite is not very good. So unless you're really good with it, there's no point carrying it like at all. But on Warzone, there's a lot of quick sniping and stuff like that. But yeah, there's also a lot of hackers, so I don't play it. Even though I really want to play Warzone because the original map is coming back and it was fucking phenomenal. Um, but yeah, it's like, is it enough to make me come back with all the hacking and everything that's going on? Probably not.
It's just I don't understand how it can make it enjoyable to sort of like do the hacking. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just easy wins in it, and I don't get it either.
Eh. Well, that's why I like
Because it
sticking to some of the
was
single player stuff. There was the on PlayStation. Is it the game catalog got updated the other day,
oh
and
yeah,
they've got the new God of War on there. So God of War Ragnarok. So I started playing that the other day, and I'm loving it. It's brilliant. You know, when it comes to some of like the online sort of multiplayer stuff, I'm just not interested in it as much anymore. But
some
I have
games don't need multiplayer. You know.
no, it's well like so they're bringing out Silent Hill 2, the remaster of it soon.
That came out.
Oh, it's already out.
Came out a few months ago. Yeah,
Ah.
phenomenal,
So like
phenomenal game.
I have never played any of the Silent Hill games. I've never played them. and
Okay. Okay.
I think it's because I always used to sort of like come around to yours and I'd see you play it, and then I
Mm.
just felt like I never needed to play it because I watched you play it. Because like I
I
remember
mean,
like the first I remember the first sort of like thing when you sort of come into the town on the first game, and obviously then you're in oh god, what is it now? You're in, is it a calf that you start in?
cafe, yeah,
Yeah, and
or
then
roadside diner,
yeah, and then
America.
so I've never really sort of played through them, but like I don't know, I do find that with some of them. I think it's same as like the Resident Evil game. I think I've played the first one, but I didn't play any others.
The
And
remake of 2 is really, really good. Of Resident Evil. The remake they did on the GameCube is also really, really good. And then I would just play the original Resident Evil 3 over the remake, to be honest. I would keep that. I would keep the original over the remake.
but it's
Um,
scary.
well, yeah, it's supposed to be scary. It's a fucking survival horror game. Fuck's sake, it's not Minecraft where it's just a survival game.
It's a shame they don't have like I think the only way you can do like shooter games, like you know when we used to play on Time Crisis,
Yeah,
the only way you can do those now is with VR because you can't really do it with the new like screens and stuff that you have nowadays because it's not like oh it had to be like the proper like rear projector sort of thing. It
I
can't be like the
mapped this out.
LCDs and stuff.
I mapped this out a couple of years ago for someone who wanted to do like a Time Crisis game on stream. And I was like, right, okay, I've mapped this out with a diagram on how you could do it, but it's like a lot of work to set it up.
Uh,
You need like the console and then like a HDMI adapter, and then you need a HDMI splitter. And yeah, it's just like, so it's doable, but it's like a lot of work and money. But it is doable. So like I say, I mapped it out for them and sent it to them, and they're like, I appreciate this a lot. And I'm like, you're welcome. I was like, I wouldn't have thought of this. And I was like, I know.
it's pretty
But
much
yeah,
what we used to do in between like films and stuff when we used to go to when we used to go to the cinema on the weekend. We'd watch a film
double
and then
feature.
go on like Time Crisis and then watch another
Yeah.
film.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Oh,
miss those days, but like 10 quid a cinema ticket now at least.
I saw it. I went to the cinema not that long ago, and they had like
What'd
some
you see?
sort of a special on, and it was like £5 a ticket, and I was like, "Ooh, this is good." I think it was like because of the school holidays or something. So I was like, "Yeah, it's
Mm.
fair as it goes."
What did
Um,
you watch?
oh God, what did I watch when I went there? Um, fuck, I can't remember what it was I went to go watch now.
Well, the last thing we went to watch in the cinema was Mufasa, and fucking boring. Didn't need to be a film like, at all. Just didn't need to be. Hey, what if we saw Scar's point of view from when they were kids and do it as a flashback in a story inside of another story? Ah, and I'm like, oh, it's so boring, and it's so much like feeds into the main film, but it's like
You know why they did that though?
money.
Yeah, it was for money, but it's because they did it with one other film, and it actually did it quite well. So you kind of felt for the villain a little bit. So
Mm.
like, well, they did it with Maleficent.
Oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
But Mufasa's it's so shit. It's so shit. It's so boring. But
Eh.
that was the last film I saw in the cinema. Before that, it was like Alien Romulus. Before that,
Christ.
so yeah.
Right. Before we get on to anything else, what I'm going to sort of say is I'm going to cut it off here earlier
That's
than
good because I'm
normal.
falling asleep.
Because I've
I'm like,
got
"Oh, this is what Alien Romulus and Mufasa."
because I got a shit ton of stuff to do. I've got to try and rejig all the stuff in the house and everything. So we will do the
Yeah.
outro and then we'll pick up next week. No, week after next. But yeah, we'll take it from there.
Okay.
So if you want to
Yep.
do the outro and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening / watching. Maybe you should like, share, subscribe, and then put like a question in the comments that we can talk about. Yeah, I know I'm a sleepy boy. I'm a big old teddy bear right now. So you put a question in the comments about what you think, like, oh, we might have a hot take on, or not. Like, what's your favorite ice cream? And it's obviously salted caramel. Don't be a pervert. Um, I was, oh, I have chocolate ice cream. It's like, it doesn't taste like chocolate. It tastes like shit. Anyway, We're getting off track as we normally do.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for watching / listening. Give us a like, share, subscribe, follow, all that jazz. I've been Jenko. He's been Blitz. We've been very sleepy, tired boys.
Oop,
And his
shit.
camera's dropped down.
Oh
Very professional.
no. I know,
Keep
right?
that in, just
Uh,
to show that we are just mortals after all.
we are just straight out professional on this.
Mm.
I accidentally leant too hard and it just went boom straight down.
Well,
No, fuck
yeah,
it, be fine. I'll leave it in.
that'd be right.
Right. Thank you very much and goodbye.
Bye.